Well, looking over the spreadsheet, you may point out a few problems. Let's just take a look here. Ooh, something that's funny. I see a 101 and it's aligned to the left. Well, that could just be an alignment problem. We could go in and do that. Text is normally aligned to the left-hand side of the scale, whereas numbers are aligned to the right. But let's see. The total of these two columns, it says, is 36. So it's definitely not thinking that this is a number. Click on it, and notice in the corner there's a small triangle that's colored. That means that Excel has been background checking for errors, and it thinks that cell may be an error. In fact, if we hover over it, it says the number in this cell is formatted as text or preceded by an apostrophe. Well, I look at the cell itself and there's no apostrophe in front, so it must be formatted as text. Now, I can go in and format it directly, or I can click on here and just say convert this to a number. That's faster and easier. And now you'll notice that these two add up to 137. Oh, that's going to help them a lot on their midterm. Or we can complete. Is it everything fixed? If we look further, we see that there's other cells that have this little possible error of Excel error checking. We can do this more systematically if we use the error checking from Excel. So formulas, formula auditing, let's go up here, and we'll just go to the main error checking. Okay, copy the formula from above. It's saying AZ7 right here. It thinks there's an inconsistent formula that's not consistent with the formulas above and below. And so we could solve that by just copying the formula from above. Yeah, that's probably what we want to do. Besides, you'll notice they've got 100% on the final, and chances are that that's not true because the one above got a higher score. So I'll copy it from above, and it went to 84%. Okay, let's see. AC8. So it says here, the formula omits adjacent cells. What? Why is that omitting adjacent cells? I see AA and AB. I can move this over. Those are adjacent, but it's not there. And it goes from E to Z. How does it omit adjacent cells? If you look around a little bit further, you may see that over here it starts with E, and the first assignment was an email assignment in column D. Yeah, it omits adjacent cells. So I can say resume and update the formula to include those cells. I do, but still got an error thing. It says inconsistent formula. But none of these other formulas have that problem. Let's see what's going on. I click on the next one. Yeah, it's E9 through Z9 or E7 through Z7. Okay, so all of them need to be updated. It's showing this one as the error, but it's because we corrected it, and now all the rest need updating. So I'm going to copy this one up, and I'm going to copy it down. So I've copied it up, and I've copied it down, so that formula should be consistent. And it's going through D in each cell that I click on. Next, let's resume our error checking. It's taking me on mine to AK16. It's saying it's an inconsistent formula. If I look at this and spend the time to check it out, it definitely is. It should be the same all the way up and down, so I'm just going to copy from above. Oh, this is an interesting problem. Remember when we had the 101 up here, it was formatted clear over to the left-hand side as text. We converted it to a number, and now it added up to 137. This one is right justified. It looks like a number, but you'll notice when it adds these two together here that it's not counting that. So yeah, we've got a problem here. I'm going to tell it to go ahead and convert it to a number. And when we do, if we look at it, then it's corrected it and we're fine. Let's take a look at this, saying BD17 is inconsistent formula. Okay, I We'll copy it down from above. That was correct. So it's turned it from an A- to an A, but you'll notice the GPA formula must be incorrect also because it's showing 3.7, and we know an A is a 4.0. So I do that, and it corrected that one as well. AK45 is looking down here at the project points, and it says this is an inconsistent formula. Again, if we examine these, took time to examine them, that is correct, and so we'll just correct them for now. And also another incorrect formula over here. Notice this person is receiving a B-, but it isn't saying the formula is incorrect. Let's see what happens when we copy the formula from above. Wow, they went to a B, so it did make a difference on their grade. But it's saying BC47 here has a problem. Yeah, it does. And they got an E in the class. But look, the points add up to 92.9%. So if I copy the formula down from above, you'll notice they get an A in the class now. I bet they'll be a lot happier with that. And we go to AT60 down here right below where we're at. It's got a name error. Why is that a name error? Well, midterm. It doesn't like that. If I look at all my names here, I see that I don't have the name midterm. So yeah, that's a problem. I really want to just average that column, and so I'll go ahead and copy this cell from the left over to fix that. And that gives me the average of my midterms. Let's see, A65 says it's a reference error. I don't see anything. But we learned that you should check and see what the dependents are. So I'll check and found no formulas that use this cell. So yeah, I'll just delete this one. Hit my delete key and hit enter. Okay, I'll resume. Square root of -1. What's wrong with that? Oh, you say there are no square roots of negative numbers. You're exactly correct. I just put that in there so you could see another type of problem. So I will just delete this one. Resume. Inconsistent formula. Again, that will be found correct. We're complete. Everything's been corrected. We've got a good spreadsheet. We're ready to go, right?